Sankara's political allies alleged his anti-imperialist stance put him in a negative light on the global stage, and therefore former colonial master France backed his assassination, so that Compaoré, more loyal to its political and economic ambitions, could step in. He took the helm as president straight afterwards and was in power for 27 years.
Welcome back to the channel, people, the WSXM, where a united Africa is an undisputed Africa. So in this video we're about to watch, it's the former president of Burkina Faso, Sankara. He was president in the 80s, and he was assassinated by the French. Then after the assassination, they installed their own person to be president for the next 3 decades, for the next 30 years. So let's get into this video. Let me know what you think about this president, and the reason why he was assassinated was because he did not accept aid from no country, no Westerners, no one. He accepted no cash, no aid, assistance. And they could not tell him what to do. So because of that now, and he did not give them any resources either, no resources. So they assassinated him for that, for the said purposes, and then they installed their own. But take a look into it and let me know what you think about President Sankara, which his teaching still lives on up to today in Burkina Faso. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Boom.
L'Afrique, à nouveau secouée par le démon du coup d'État. La nouvelle a été confirmée ce matin à Ouagadougou. Thomas Sankara, ancien chef d'État du Burkina Faso, l'ancienne Haute-Volta, a été tué hier lors de l'attaque du palais présidentiel. Thomas Sankara, un président pas tout à fait comme les autres.
Sankara's school friend, Pascal Kambu, listened to accounts from people who had been inside the parliament that day.
Mais il était tellement puissant qu'on ne peut pas l'écarter. Il faut l'éliminer physiquement. Donc c'est comme ça. Donc un beau jeudi, pendant que les gens se préparaient à sortir à 16h pour aller au sport, on a entendu des coups de feu. Ils ont massacré les 13 personnes qui étaient dans le bureau.
Il a été froidement abattu, sans résistance.
Sankara had been president for just 4 years. His family was hit hard by his assassination, and the country went into a state of deep shock and disbelief. Sankara's sister Odile remembers it clearly.
Que le 15 octobre 87 nous est tombé sur la tête comme un coup de massue. Et mieux, beaucoup croyaient qu'il n'était pas mort, que c'était un plan machiavélique pour voir la réaction du peuple avant de savoir ce qu'ils vont faire. Et donc pendant des mois, il y en a qui ont cru que Thomas était en prison.
A public announcement followed. It stated Sankara had died of natural causes. The mystery surrounding the circumstances that led to his death was a bitter blow to the already wounded population.
Le médecin légiste dit qu'il est mort de mort naturelle. Allez-y comprendre quelque chose. Ça suffit. Voilà. Comment ça s'est passé?
Et les gens étaient battus. Tout le monde. On était sidérés, dépassés, meurtris au fond de nous-mêmes. Et ça nous a tués au fond de notre âme.
Sankara, Sankara, mon président. Sankara, Sankara du Burkina. Il est venu en homme intègre pour bâtir une Afrique digne. Sankara, Sankara, Sankara.
Sams Kaleja keeps the president's memory alive through music.
I sing about Sankara because Sankara is my Bible, he's my Quran, he's my Jesus, he's my Muhammad. That's why I sing about him, because he's the one I know, and he's the one that taught us some values. So to me, Sankara is the light in the darkness.
When he became president, Burkina Faso was poverty-stricken. Just 10% of the population was literate, and infant mortality was high. But Sankara had a fresh outlook.
Le pays n'est pas pauvre. Au contraire, il y a des ressources.
He came up with a new motto: 2 meals a day and 10 liters of water a day for all. He built roads, railways, schools and hospitals, so everyone could have enough, but not more than what they need. He also led by example and expected his ministers to do the same. At the time of his death, he had a salary of $450 a month, and his most valuable possessions were a car, 4 bikes, 3 guitars, a fridge and a broken freezer.
L'argent pour lui, ce n'est rien. La mort, ce n'est rien. Pourvu que le pays avance, pourvu que la jeunesse avance. Donc quand on le voit, c'est ça. Et tout ça se traduit dans son regard.
Shortly after coming to power, he also sold the government's fleet of Mercedes-Benz cars.
C'est pas bien.
His cabinet had to get used to this new culture, including Ernest Ouedraogo, who was as Minister for Security.
Les véhicules, il a d'abord voulu, à un moment donné, donner un véhicule pour 2 ministres. On lui a dit que vraiment, ça va être difficile de gérer ça. Un véhicule, 2 ministres, bon, c'est un peu compliqué. Hein. Bon, donc il a compris. Et il nous a affecté, chaque ministre a un véhicule.
He also said that it was forbidden for ministers to travel with first class in the plane. And he used to say first class, second class, third class. When the plane takes off, everybody takes off. When it lands, everybody lands.
Sankara took an anti-imperialist stance, making it clear he was not going to be told what to do by rich Western nations or accept aid from them.
Camarades, l'impérialisme, le néocolonialisme, les élèves réactionnaires, les élèves indisciplinés et paresseux, les professeurs carents, les vomissures de la contre-révolution.
He renamed the country to instill a sense of pride and unity amongst its people. It was called Upper Volta by its French colonizers, home to a people known to be submissive and dependent. Neighboring countries would come to Upper Volta to take workers to build their own nations.
Même l'esprit des hommes, il nous a fait évoluer. Il nous a fait comprendre que d'abord, il n'y a pas quelqu'un pour venir nous construire notre pays, c'est nous qui allons le bâtir. Et il nous a fait comprendre que nous ne sommes pas moins que les autres peuples.
Sankara, Sankara, mon président. Sankara, Sankara du Burkina. Il est venu en Omentel.
Sankara wanted to give this land and its citizens a strong identity.
Sankara, Sankara, mon président.
He called it Burkina Faso, which means the land of upright people.
Thomas Sankara tried to teach those kind of values to the nation. You have to be upright, you have to work, you have to be people that welcome other people. He used to say, a nation that loves himself also loves other people.
Sankara was a president with an unusual passion. He played the guitar. The hobby started from an early age in his family home.
Il jouait la guitare, il venait jouer et la maman chantait le credo. C'est une famille catholique. La maman chantait les chants lyriques de l'église catholique et lui, il jouait la guitare. Donc, c'est ce côté jeune garçon plaisant aussi qu'il avait en lui, cette double personnalité que nous gardons, en tout cas dans le cadre familial, c'est ça.
If our leaders, talking about the presidents, starting from Barack Obama to, I don't know, the president for a very small country, if we got leaders that play music, then they would have a little much more of humanity in their hearts.
Thomas était un enfant ordinaire comme tout le monde. Il n'était pas belliqueux, il n'avait pas la bagarre, il n'était pas un enfant bouillant qui se battait avec tout le monde.
Here at Sankara's old school, children learn about the life of the president who studied in their classroom.
J'ai dit en quelle année Thomas Sankara a fait l'école centre A.
Thomas Sankara a fait l'école centre A en 1955. 56.
Très bien.
What made him stand out as a young child was his sense of right and wrong.
Par contre, il n'aimait pas l'injustice depuis qu'il est tout petit. Dès que quelque chose ne va pas, il s'interpose. Dès qu'il voit qu'on fait des histoires à un petit, et puis il voit que ce n'est pas juste, il s'interpose.
The family home where Sankara was born is just as simple as his personality. Sankara's parents are no longer alive. They are buried in the courtyard of the family home.
Ici, c'est la maman. Et ici, c'est encore le papa, en grande photo. Ici, bon, tout le monde sait, hein, qui c'est, hein, c'est Thomas. Et puis, bon, il y a une photo de famille, un groupe qui est là. Quand Thomas est rentré de Madagascar, c'est lui qui est là. Quand il est rentré de Madagascar, on a profité faire une photo de famille. Voilà. Donc, vous avez un échantillon de la famille. Les petits-enfants, les neveux, les parents, les frères, les sœurs. Voilà.
His Roman Catholic parents wanted him to become a priest, but he opted instead to join the military. While at military school, Sankara met young activist Blaise Compaoré. The boys became great friends. They shared the same political ideology. In 1970, at the age of 20, Sankara was sent for officer training in Madagascar, where he witnessed a popular uprising of students and workers that succeeded in toppling their government.
Il a fait le Cameroun aussi. Il y a eu des formes de révolution. Donc, partout où il y avait quelque chose qui le rapprochait de sa personnalité, de ses convictions, il les prenait.
He was a good friend with Jerry John Rawlings from Ghana. He was friends with many other revolutionary men.
By the early 1980s, Burkina Faso was being rocked by a series of labor union strikes and military coups. People were disillusioned with the government and tired of bearing their bitterly poor standard of living. Sankara's military status and determination made him a popular choice for political appointments. But his integrity put him at odds with the leadership of the successive military governments that came to power.
Bon, ça, il l'a expliqué, il n'a jamais rêvé d'être chef de l'État. Il a voulu être utile d'une manière ou d'une autre à à sa population. Et puis il a constaté que, avec ses camarades, ils ont constaté que c'est seulement dans les circonstances de l'époque, c'est en prenant leurs responsabilités et en accédant au pouvoir qu'ils pouvaient influencer la situation et faire progresser le pays. Et c'est pourquoi ils se sont concertés, ils se sont organisés, ils ont passé à l'action et ils ont pris le pouvoir le 4 août.
He seized power in a military coup, along with his political ally and best friend Blaise Compaoré.
Puisque Compaoré et puis Sankara, c'était comme des amis, c'était comme des frères. Depuis l'école militaire, ils ont toujours été ensemble. Donc pendant les vacances, ils étaient dans la famille Sankara. Ils mangeaient ensemble, ils dormaient ensemble, ils faisaient tout ensemble. Et quand ils ont pris le pouvoir, bien sûr pour les parents, bon, c'est deux frères qui ont pris le pouvoir.
But 4 years on, rumors were rife that there was more to Blaise Compaoré than it seemed.
Ben non, mais vous savez, le complot de Blaise était pratiquement dans la rue. Tout le monde savait, tout le monde sentait venir les choses.
Sankara's government suspected that Compaoré might want to get rid of him. The former security minister warned him his position was not safe.
On pensait que Blaise allait faire un coup d'État, mais Sankara a toujours refusé. On le disait partout. Les services de renseignement, la police, la sécurité, les militaires, bon, tout le monde parlait de ça. Mais Thomas ne voulait même pas entendre ça.
Je me retrouve un peu comme un cycliste qui grimpe une pente raide, qui a à gauche, à droite des précipices. Il est obligé de pédaler, de continuer de pédaler, sinon il tombe. Alors pour rester moi-même et pour me sentir moi-même, je suis obligé de continuer dans cette lancée-là.
Blaise Compaoré is widely believed to have assassinated Sankara.
D'avoir perdu un ami, bien sûr. Et un regret aussi qu'à un moment de sa vie, il ait pensé à nous liquider. Dommage. Ouais, c'est dommage.
Sankara's political allies alleged his anti-imperialist stance put him in a negative light on the global stage, and therefore former colonial master France backed his assassination. So that Compaoré, more loyal to its political and economic ambitions, could step in. He took the helm as president straight afterwards and was in power for 27 years. In public, people hid their memories of Sankara. Although his photograph could be found hanging on walls in homes across the country, there was no public outcry after Sankara's death.
Why did the people stay quiet for so long? Yes, this is a question. When he was assassinated, I was 16. I cried and cried for years. Yeah, because Thomas Sankara to us was our father. He was everything to us. And he was our hope. And that hope was killed.
Compaoré won elections in 1991, 1998, 2005 and 2010. In 1991, he had changed the constitution so presidents could run for office for 4 consecutive terms. Compaoré became well known as a peacemaker in the West African region, mediating in conflicts. In the meantime, the Burkinabe people felt the government was not listening to what they wanted. 47% of the country was living in poverty. By 2014, Compaoré was eyeing how to tweak the constitution to gain another term and seemed set to stay on the throne of power for at least another 5 years. Young people under the age of 27 had never lived under another leader. They believed a one-man rule for more than 3 decades could not be classed as democracy. In October 2014, the Burkinabe people broke their silence. There was a public uprising led by the youth. 27 years after Blaise Compaoré had risen to power, he was torn down. The parliament was torched and his family properties were destroyed. Demonstrators reignited the values of their former revolutionary leader, Thomas Sankara. The individual pride and sense of identity he had instilled in the Burkinabe came to life in the streets.
I used to sing that the day will come when the children of Thomas Sankara are going to be men. And today we are men. And that's why we all came together. De la lumière de Dieu, Sankara, 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 le soleil ne se couche jamais.
Adam Gebre and his youth group Sasufi were out in the streets demonstrating near the parliament.
Ce symbole saurait d'abord que le pouvoir est au peuple, la force est au peuple, la gloire est au peuple, comme le disait le capitaine Thomas Sankara.
Sankara, Sankara, mon président, Sankara, Sankara du Burkina, il est venu en homme intègre pour bâtir une Afrique. Sankara, Sankara.
With Compaoré gone, more people have visited Sankara's grave. One of them is Samska. The authorities previously guarded the cemetery, but now it is open to anyone.
Contre la férule humiliante, il y a déjà 1000 ans, la rapacité venue de loin les a servis. Il y a If he could answer one of my questions, are you proud of us? This is what I would like to ask him and get an answer. Avec tous les peuples du monde, à la conquête de la liberté et du progrès, la patrie ou la mort, nous vaincrons.
Alors, qu'est-ce que Thomas aurait dit? Je crois que Thomas avait dit, vous tuez Sankara et il y aura des milliers de Sankara qui vont naître.
Et quand il a assassiné, le père de Sankara a toujours attendu que Blaise vienne lui rendre compte. Chaque fois que j'allais là-bas, il me disait « Ah, Pascal, ton frère est parti, mais ton autre frère, là, j'attends qu'il vienne me dire qu'est-ce qui s'est passé. » pourquoi Thomas est mort, comment il est mort, etc. Et puis je vais le pardonner parce que c'est mon fils, je le considère comme mon fils. C'est ce qu'il avait toujours dans son cœur, lui et sa femme. Blaise n'a jamais remis pied dans la maison des Sankara jusqu'à ce que les deux parents soient morts.
An interim prime minister has been appointed in Burkina Faso until elections can be held. He has promised to reopen inquiries into Sankara's death and put Compaoré through the country's justice system.
He has to tell us what happened, why Thomas Sankara was assassinated.
The country waits with bated breath to see whether they really will find out the answer. The Burkinabe people look forward with pride to a future better than the past. A future without Sankara, but one in which they can live his values.
Now that Blaise Compaoré is gone, then you will see how people really love this man. I think now the chains have been broken and people are going to express what's in the belly.
En Sankara, nous n'avons rien perdu. Parce que si vous étiez dans la rue les 28, les 30 et 31, l'homme n'est pas mort. On peut tuer un homme, on ne tue pas les idées. Les idées Sankara sont toujours